What's up, guys? Corey Oldham here. Welcome to day 3 of the virtual summit, Your Content into Cash. And we have had, for the last couple of days, we've had some incredible speakers. I knew it was going to be good. I didn't realize it was going to be as incredible as it has been. I mean, these guys have been dropping some value bombs left and right. If you haven't watched the last couple of days, make sure you go back and watch the last 2 days of this virtual summit. But these speakers, they are literally showing you how to turn your online content into cash. And it doesn't matter if it is a Facebook post, a YouTube video, a blog, email marketing. It's really across the board. These principles and strategies that they're sharing are tried and true methods that literally turn your content into cash. They're answering a very simple question, which is, what would you do if your online content became your family's only source of income for the rest of your life? What would you do in the next 60 days to turn your content into consistent cash? What would you do? And we got a couple of speakers today, but I want to let you know up front, if you stick around until the end, I've got a special bonus that I haven't shared yet. I haven't said anything about this, but I've got a special bonus that I'm going to be giving you. If you stick around to the end, I'm going to be giving that to the action takers. And that's why I've waited until now, but I've got something really, really special. It's really a secret bonus to the people that stick around to the end, that are doing the work that I want to share it with, which is going to be awesome. So who's this virtual summit for? If you're just tuning in, this is for the business owner, the influencer, the content creator, the marketer. It's for the entrepreneur that is struggling with creating content and turning it into cash. How do you do that with all the platforms that are available online? How do you turn your content into cash? And that's what our speakers have been sharing, exactly what they would do. Now, if you were watching this live, go ahead and comment below, #Team Live. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and comment #Team Replay so we can see who's watching. If you have questions, concerns, comments, go ahead and share in the comment section below. If you have something, if you're struggling with creating content and have questions about that, go ahead and comment. This is really a place of encouragement, so don't feel like you're going to get judged or anything like that. We're here to support you, take care of you, help guide you, and that's why these speakers are really here. But we got a couple of speakers today that are really, really incredible, and let's just go ahead and get into it. The first speaker is somebody that is into affiliate marketing. His name is Spencer Mecham, and he is the first person that crossed the 7-figure, which is $1 million, crosses 7-figure threshold on promoting a software, ClickFunnels. He made commission sales, crossed the 7-figure threshold promoting ClickFunnels as an affiliate marketer. And what he's going to share, I think, is really going to be great in terms of turning content into cash. We got a couple of speakers today. The first one, Spencer Mecham, but he was the first person with the online software ClickFunnels across the 7-figure threshold in affiliate sales. So if you have comments, questions, concerns, go ahead and comment below. We'll definitely answer that throughout the virtual summit, but let's go ahead and get into this. Here is Spencer Mecham.
Hey guys, so for those of you that don't know, my name is Spencer Mecham. I'm a full-time affiliate marketer for a large number of products and course creator and YouTuber and blogger and a lot of other things. TikToker recently got added. But I have to apologize. I had a template all built out for what I was going to teach and train about, and somehow I totally spaced getting it to Corey, and now I'm actually filming this very close to the deadline, and so it won't be going to my VA to get cleaned up and look all pretty, but the information is there, and I can promise you that this system that I use has generated literally 7 figures in affiliate commissions over the past 2 to 3 years, and so it works very well. I don't have a massive audience. I don't have a massive team. What I'm very good at is creating content that gets the right person into my my world, and then selling to those people. So that's what we're going to talk about today is monetizing your, actually all the way back here, we're going to talk about monetizing your audience, and a little bit about building the audience as well, but we're going to focus on how you're actually going to make money. Okay, conversion. And I want to start by saying my traffic is kind of crazy. So I get traffic into my ecosystem, I call it, and we'll talk about that from a blog. I've got a TikTok, I've got a Facebook group, I've got a YouTube channel, I've got Pinterest, I've got Quora, I've got Facebook pages. Those aren't big enough that I put them on this list. But I have a large number of places where I put out content daily with my small team. And so the first thing I want to talk about is kind of choosing these and understanding which one is going to work best for you and for your model. You don't have to do all these. You probably shouldn't in the beginning, but it would be beneficial for you to pick the right one to start. So the reason I chose most of these is because of the passive nature of each of these models. And so if you look at, for example, Facebook marketing, whether it's ads or organic, or Instagram marketing, whether it's ads or organic, or I even have TikTok on there, TikTok marketing, ads or organic, you end up seeing that there's a very short shelf life to each of these platforms. And what I mean by that is if I post something on Instagram with sales content or just trying to get an email address or anything, that content is going to disappear really quickly, right? It might go viral on Instagram, it might not. Whatever it does, by tomorrow at the same time, there's a good chance that that particular piece of content is no longer being shown to anybody. Okay, and you can contrast that with the ones on here, some of these ones like blog, YouTube, Pinterest, Quora, where my blog has got articles from like 2016 that are bringing in money. My YouTube channel has the same thing. I think my oldest video, my first video ever on my YouTube channel, still brings in a significant amount of income and leads to my system. And so I like these platforms, and the reason I've chosen these platforms is because I like the exponential effect. I like the idea that I can create a blog post, and even if that doesn't take off immediately, eventually that blog post will start bringing me in a steady number of leads, and I can get another blog post, and that will bring in a steady number of leads, and another one, right? And it exponentially grows, so that not only do I have passive income, but each time I put out a new YouTube video or a new blog post, I'm already stacking upon this effect that I already have going from my previous ones. And so there's a lot of power in these search engines because of that, because of the lifetime value of your content. And so, and then I'll kind of just dive in real quick. People are like, well, why do you have a TikTok? Why do you have a group? TikTok I solely use to bring people into the other parts of my ecosystem. So if you look at my TikTok, I'm just trying to capture emails fast, and mostly I'm just trying to get people into my YouTube videos, subscribing to my YouTube channel, and growing that. I couldn't resist TikTok because the viral potential of TikTok is absolutely nuts. Like 300,000 followers in 5 months on TikTok. So it's just something while it didn't fly with my core methods, it just made sense right now. And then my Facebook group is kind of the key to me having a connection with my audience. So even though my Facebook group, I don't make a ton of money directly from it and stuff like that, we'll talk about later on why I have a group and why it's this place, even if it's small, where my audience can all connect with me and learn about me and connect with each other and feel like a place where they're at home. So we're going to dive in here, and we're going to talk about keys. Oh, and by the way, which is best? Passive is best. Active does work if you're doing active. The active methods like Facebook and Instagram, that's totally fine. But I'm a hard believer in at least building up one of those passive traffic sources along the way. Okay. So I want to talk about my content creation strategy because I've seen a lot of people that don't do this well. And I should probably start by explaining, I guess this is an audience that may not be fully aware of what affiliate marketing is or how I make money with affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is just creating relationships with companies. Okay, for me, I choose software companies, but you can choose any kind of companies. And when you send customers to them, they pay you. Okay, they give you a special link to do that. You give your customers your link. ClickFunnels.com/Spencer, and when someone signs up to that link, Spencer starts to get paid. So that's all I'm doing with affiliate marketing. But I want to tell a story about when I first started with affiliate marketing, and about a year and a half ago. Not when I first started, but when I first started like pushing emails and things like that. I built up a list for a while. I put out a lot of content. I built up a name for myself and an email list and a messenger bot list and things like that. And I had someone reach out to me, and he was like, "Hey, I've got this converting webinar we're selling an an e-commerce course. It's doing really well. Would you like to promote it?" And he showed me the numbers, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'd love to promote it." And they had a cool contest, right? For all the top affiliates, you can win prizes and stuff like that. And I was like, "Oh, I'm the top affiliate of a lot of platforms. I've got a big list. This should be child's play for me to be able to go out and win this contest." And so that's what I do. I start promoting. I'm emailing. I'm posting in my Facebook group. I'm sending out messenger bots. I make a video about it on YouTube. A full scale promotion for this product. And launch day comes and goes, and I'm not getting any emails. And I'm like, well, that's weird. He must not have he must not have anything like informs you when you get a sale in the software he's using. And I go log in, and nope, that's not it. I'm just not getting sales. And I was really surprised. Like, what? I promoted a product just a few months ago and did really well, and I promoted lots of products and done really well. And the next day they emailed out the leaderboard, and I'm looking down the leaderboard, and I've got a bigger audience than everyone else on the leaderboard, except for maybe one or two people. So all these people are beating me with much smaller audiences, and I was like, what did I do wrong? I did all my standard promotion stuff, and I went and looked at some of these people, with lists of 1,000, while I had a list of 10,000 or 20,000, and I was like, what did I do differently than these guys? And I realized that these people, this was their space. They've been posting content and setting themselves up as authority figures for the last year or two in the e-commerce space. They had built up an audience of people trying to figure out and make money with e-commerce. Now me, I had built up an audience of people trying to make money with affiliate marketing. And in my head, they're like, oh yeah, there are people trying to make money, but they're not necessarily the same, right? Like someone that's trying to make money with affiliate marketing typically isn't going to just buy an e-commerce course out of the blue unless it's a really good webinar. But and that's how these guys had beat me. They had congruency in their content creation and the products they promoted. Okay, so every piece of content they created had set themselves up to be an authority figure and someone that could be trusted when talking about e-commerce. And then also their audience was all, everyone that had started to follow them had done so because of their e-commerce content, which means their whole audience was people trying to succeed at e-commerce. Now Spencer, with his audience of affiliate marketers, they were a big audience. They were make money online people, but these guys weren't interested in e-commerce. Okay, they showed up at the webinar and stuff like that, but most of them just, I ended up getting a few sales, but most of them just did not. They didn't see me, one, as someone that could help them in e-commerce, and then two, it was like a minor interest, right? They signed up for the webinar from my email, but they weren't super stoked about it. It wasn't something they've been thinking about for a while. They didn't have a lot of problems that the webinar was supposed to help them overcome. All this stuff played into it. But essentially, I had no congruence with the products I was promoting and the content I was creating. So this has always got to be in your head. Is what are the core products that I'm going to be promoting? Are they congruent with each other? Meaning the key audience that would want these wants all of them, right? Doesn't just benefit from one of them. And then two, does every piece of content that I put out on whatever platform I'm putting out content, does it relate very directly to these products? If not, it's not going to help you, because you might make a piece of content about something totally random and get 50, 100, 200 followers from it. But those followers aren't the people that are going to end up buying those core products. They're just going to end up costing you money, and they're going to be vanity metrics. So you can literally contrast this. A few months later, someone asked me to promote another training, and this one was on how they had blown up with affiliate marketing on Facebook. They were using Facebook profiles to do affiliate marketing. And I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. It was in the middle of a lot going on. So I sent out one email. Quickly typed up the email. I might have even used their template. Sent out my email, forgot about it. Like, that sounds interesting. And then a month later, I got tagged in this Facebook post that was, hey, Spencer, or our top affiliate this month was Spencer. Okay, and I was like, what? Like, I didn't do anything for this one. But that's the power of congruence, right? My list was so interested in that. It just took one email to get a large number of people to sign up. And all the people that signed up from my list were highly interested. They'd already tried this. They'd struggled with it. They knew they had problems, and there was stuff they had to learn. They were humble, and they ended up buying this product. So congruence is key. Next one's about access. You've created this content, right? You're creating content over and over and over again all day. That's hopefully what you're going to spend a large portion of your life doing in the affiliate marketing space, or in any space online. And so you create this content, and then it's time to launch. Maybe it's your own product. For me, it's always affiliate products, but this works just as well with your own product. access. Okay, how do you get access to your audience? And like I said, their email is no longer enough. Facebook groups are no longer enough. So I know a lot of people that have a Facebook group, right? And the time comes for a product launch, they go and they make a post in their Facebook group like, hey, you guys, we're gonna have a big webinar training. You need to attend this. It's gonna change your life. It's awesome. Blah 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 blah. Right? And they get, they got a great Facebook group with 10,000 people, and they get 100 people interested in this webinar. That doesn't mean 100 out of the 10,000 people were interested in the webinar. That means that probably 700 people even saw the post or even found out about the webinar, right? And they left 9,000 people in their audience, hanging dry. And that's the access problem here that all these platforms give us, even email. Okay, so we talk a lot, hopefully you've heard by now from one of any of the marketers that you follow, like email lists are so important, and they are, but even email is not enough anymore. The best marketers that I know, they're getting 20%. The really good ones seem to be getting about 30% opt-in rates. The average ones are getting like 15%, and the poor ones are getting like 5% of their lists actually reading their emails and following through. And that means that maybe 70, 80, 90% of their email list that they worked for is not seeing the emails. They're not even seeing it. They're not seeing the opportunity that you're promoting, whether it's your own or an affiliate opportunity. And so the access problem is real, and it's very hard. There's no one platform that really gives you access to your audience. And so, sorry, I'm peeking at my notes here, making sure I'm not missing anything. I want to talk about what I've started to do recently. This is like in the last 6 months, and you'll see it in all my new funnels. I've got a million ways to access people, right? There's Facebook groups, there's YouTube, there's messenger bots, there's text bots, there's email. And all these ways, they work for a small subset of your audience, right? Some people spend a lot more time on email. Some people spend a lot more time on YouTube. Some people spend a lot more time on their phone text and things like that. And so this is how it works for me. They come in, right? Typically, I try to capture an email and maybe a messenger bot in the very first interaction with me. So that's how I get their email address, right? I offer them something for free. I'm sure there are other people in the summit talking about this. You offer them a lead magnet to capture their email address. But your first email, maybe your second email, for me, it's like my first 5 emails, is me trying to get access in as many ways as possible to these people. So the first email might say, hey, you're interested in this. And I gave you a small piece of this free lead magnet in exchange for that in your email. But guess what? I've got another piece that really complements that. And you can get it by clicking this link and by subbing through my messenger bot, right? Now I've got access to them in Messenger, and I've got access to them in email. The next thing that comes out says, hey, you want me to text you a free coupon code or a free guide or what I've been doing to do this, right? And yeah, some free training. Yeah, I want that. So now you've got access to them through text. Your fourth email, hey, check out YouTube. My YouTube channel just took out this video. You should go. By the way, everyone that subs, I'm going to put out a video next week that's about this. You've got a subscriber. You're not going to find out about it. So I'm getting them through YouTube, right? Facebook group. Hey, any question you have, you need to join this Facebook group. And that's how my messenger bot does the same thing. It points them to my Facebook group, and my YouTube channel points them to my Facebook group and my email list. And there's this web I've got where everything is trying to point to everything as much as possible, because that's how I get true access to my audience when the time is right, and I can reach 100% of my audience. A lot of people don't realize, I've got a list of 10,000 people, but if I can only reach 1,000 of them, then I've only really got a list of 1,000 people. And if I could just reach the full audience, I could 10x my money. Okay, if you can just reach the full 10,000 people, not exactly, but you could technically 10x your money. And there's a lot of power to that. And so if you can get access in as many ways as possible to your audience, you will make more money off every launch without doing any more work. You won't have to build a bigger audience. You won't have to do a ton more emails or anything like that, right? You can just chop up your email and put it into a text. A much tinier amount of work to make a lot more money when you decide to make money off of your audience. So we've done that, right? We've done our content. We've got the right kind of content that's bringing an audience in. We're creating these lead magnets in as many ways as we can that sends people, that cross-pollinates people, right? Gets them across to different pieces of content and subscribing on various platforms. So now we've got access to this audience, which is huge. phase 3 is trust. This is huge for me. Um, I just had someone email me today, actually, like an hour ago. They sent this email, and I was looking at it, and I was like, I'm pretty sure this is spam. I never opted into these guys. I've never heard of these guys. But I'm a little slow to mark something as spam because I know how painful that can be. I will do it if it's somebody that's clearly spamming me. But anyway, I go into my search bar and I type in the name, and like 18 months ago, this person had done something, and I had opted in to their email list. Okay. And then for 18 months, they hadn't emailed me. And then out of the blue, they were like, oh, let's launch this product. And they sent me an email. And right, if I was going to mark it as spam, I could virtually guarantee a lot of people are going to mark that as spam. People that don't understand how painful that can be, like me. You probably see a lot of this on Black Friday, right? We just had Black Friday a few weeks ago, and you suddenly got these emails from people. You're like, who are you? Or you haven't emailed me in like a year and a half. Like, what is this out of the blue email? And if that's the case, you can imagine those guys aren't making, you know, a million sales. They might get a few interested people hopping in there. But they're going to get a lot of spam complaints, not a lot of sales, and then the next time they send an email, they're not going to get either because it's not going to show up in anyone's inbox. So, I want to tell you a story. You can contrast this. I was at FHL, an event a year ago, and I had this this guy come talk to me. He's like, "What are you working on right now?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm building a software." And he's like, "Oh, what? How do I get it?" And I was like, "Oh, it's not done yet. I just started it like a month ago. I'm going to build it and launch it here sometime later on in this year. And then I'll do like a lifetime launch, and then I'll do a monthly after that." And he's like, "Take my money." Like he literally took $100 bill out of his wallet. He's like, "Can I buy the lifetime right now?" And I was like, "Sure. Like, do you want to know what it does?" And he's like, "No, I'm an affiliate marketer. You're an affiliate marketer. I know it's going to work. I'm excited." And he gave me his money. Uh, Now that didn't just come out of the blue, okay? This guy had spent 6 months reading emails from me. He'd spent 6 months watching YouTube videos from me. There'd been this, I built up trust over a long period of time so that when it came time to make an offer, he didn't need to be sold on every aspect and every feature and everything like that. He just knew that he trusted me, and he had already been sold on me, and that was enough for him. Now, it's not going to be the case with everybody, right? But with everybody, this will help. And so I talk a lot about email automation, and a lot about like how that all plays into everything. So when you get an email address, that email address has got to get an email every week. Okay, it's got to get an email at least once a week, maybe once or maybe like a twice a month thing, but I would shoot for at least once a week. You don't have to be selling them every week. In fact, I would recommend not selling them every week. You can do emails that are motivational in nature. Just, hey, I just wanted to shoot you this email, tell you this story, let you know it's going to be okay if you're struggling. I struggled too. And then stories are huge. Emails that just tell about your life. Like, hey, today was the 4th of July. We did this. I kind of made me think about my business and how much I love my audience and things like that, right? Stories that just kind of humanize you. Pictures. People a lot of times you don't realize that your audience may not even know what you look like. You're just like words on a page. Maybe they clicked into your blog and then they read your emails, but you're still just words on a page. Pictures of you and your family. Videos. Those are way better than pictures. When people see you on video, assuming you have a trustworthy demeanor, which most of us do, then they will trust you a lot more. Someone watches a video of me, they always say, "Oh, like, wow, now I've seen a video." Watching you on video has helped build this trust in you because you seem like a trustworthy guy. Don't I? Aren't you guys watching this thinking, "Oh, what a trustworthy guy"? Hopefully. Teary moments, just things like that. Like your emails don't have to be these crazy sales emails. They just I'm sorry, my Slack is going nuts. I might mute it here if it keeps going crazy. But you just need to have this connection with your audience before you start selling with them. And the way you do that is through these emails, these videos, and things like that. So to backtrack, we've put out content that's very related to the products that we're going to sell down the road. We've got access to our audience in as many ways as we can. We've used that access to build trust with our audience. Okay, and I do this with email automations, you do this with messenger bot automations, putting out YouTube videos and things like that. But you need to be on your audience's mind when that first sales email comes. It can't be out of the blue. It's got to be another email from this guy whose emails I love, or another messenger bot from the guy I love, or another YouTube video from the guy that I love, or the girl that I love. and now it's time for the sale. Okay, we've done this right. This can be just a few months. This can be years in the making. But when you're ready to start making money off of your audience, all of this has been done right. I guarantee you, money will be made. Okay, whatever the product is, money. Whatever the niche is, money will be made. Whoops. So let's talk about the sale. The sales hammer, I call it, because this is where you kind of do have to go a little nuts. Okay, when I do a sale as an affiliate or for my own products, that's when I'm not passive. That's when I'm not just like, oh, hey, let me tell you a cute little story and like, oh, here's a little motivational email. And I don't want to email you every day, so I'm going to email you every week. This is when you put down the sales hammer. You've built up their trust. You've given them value. You are allowed to now hit people from every direction with the sales hammer. So we've already talked about access, right? You've got text messages you can send. You've got YouTube videos you can put out. You've got messenger bot sequences you can get them into. You can send out emails. And this is how that journey looks, okay? Number one, I should have built another PowerPoint with this. I'm sorry. Number one, you want to warm them up. I call this the something wicked this way comes sequence. And this is like, hey, you've been hearing from me for a while. I haven't sold you anything. But guess what? There's something big coming down the pipeline, something that is going to change your life, something that is going to help you achieve the goals or eliminate this pain that you've got in your life, and it's coming soon. So keep an eye out. Okay, super vague. Something wicked this way comes is the title of that email for me. And then you do the actual warm up. Okay, so then you start doing little teasers like, hey, check out this. This is coming up. This product is going to do this, or this webinar, whatever it is, right? This is going to do this, and you take little teeny pieces of it and start introducing little teasers. This is what it did for me. Check out what it did for so and so, right? Oh, and they're salivating. What is it that he's talking about that's having all these results, and what are these little pieces? I'm so excited to learn the full method here. Or if it's a software launch, I'm so excited to automate, or whatever it is that you're launching. Now it comes time for launch time. Okay, launching for me has always been a webinar. As much as I can, if it's as an affiliate, I get the owners of the product, the launchers of the product, to come on with me and introduce the product on launch day if I can. I'm not sure if I still have my mic on. And if I can't, then it's or it's my own product or something like that, then it's just me, but it's always a video and it's always some kind of webinar or training that gets them in and gets them excited to show up for the launch event. Now, for how this works in emails and texting and all that, you're kind of dripping it out one a day or one every other day until about the day before, and then comes that hammer. I send an email the day before, or 2 emails the day before, and then 3 emails the day of. I send a, hey, today's the big day, aren't you excited? And then, hey, get ready in 1 hour. This gets people to kind of start dropping all the things that they're doing. And then, hey, we're live. Okay, all 3 of those emails go out the day of the launch. It's time for your sales hammer. When I say emails, I mean emails, text, YouTube videos, messenger bots, everything you can to get people to this live event that you're having. And then for me, I typically have it in a Facebook group, but you can do it however you would like. So you'll do this training, right? You introduce the problem, you introduce some training, and then you introduce a solution, and that's at the very end. Okay. Now you're gonna get a good amount of people that just buy off this. Okay, they're like, holy cow, I'm excited. This product is awesome. Thank you for featuring it and showing us it, and they're gonna go buy. Okay, that's probably 25% of your sales will come right there, right then. Next comes your replay sequence, where for a week you're like, hey, you missed it, but we're doing a replay. Come back and watch it. I'm going to take this down in 3 days. You won't see the training. Hurry up and get to this training. After the replay sequence, we move into a bonus sequence. Okay, this is where we start offering them additional things to buy the products, whether it's our own or it's an affiliate product. You say, hey, you may or may not have seen the training. We launched this awesome new product, this training. It's cost this much. I'm going to sweeten the pot as an affiliate or as an owner, right? I'm going to sweeten the pot for you. We decided to throw in X, Y, and Z. This solves this problem, this problem, this problem. This helps you automate it. This is a template that helps you do this, right? All these little things that fill in all the gaps and hopefully they solve any reason that the person or the buyer has of not buying the product. Okay, they're saying, I want to buy, but I don't think I have time to implement. Oh, okay, I've got this bonus that just automates most of it for you. Oh, okay, that's tempting, right? We try to take these bonuses that kind of fill in the gaps for the products. When I talk about bonuses, I usually say you offer time, okay? And this helps people that are like, well, it looks good, but I don't like. I'm gonna get stuck. I'm not tech savvy, and you're like, oh, we'll give you a 1 hour call with me or with my team. We'll help you get everything set up. Okay, time. We give them direct time. Software. So I try to a lot of times offer little mini software. It's not like, hey, check this full sales funnel builder I've got. More like, hey, check out this little mini software that does this, small thing that'll save you time. Little Chrome extensions, little WordPress plugins, things like that that'll kind of help them in their tasks. And these aren't expensive to develop. Third is training. Okay, I'll say, hey, they give you all this training, but guess what? Like, they don't train you on traffic. They're just going to train you on the funnel or the email. I'm going to train you on how to drive massive amounts of traffic into that funnel. And with the combo of those two things, you're going to crush it. Okay, that's the third bonus. And the last one I do is templates, where I say, hey, I get it. You suck at writing emails. You're worried this isn't going to work for you because you don't know how to write emails or you don't know how to do ads. Guess what? I've got an ad library template that I'm going to give you. 100 templates that you can just pull from, tweak for your product. Or I've got 100 emails that you can just take, tweak for your product, and you're good to go. These templates take this last crowd of people that are like, I can't do it because I'm lacking in this. And you say, boom, I can help you with that. Okay? So we're 3 or 4 days after the launch. We've hit them with the replay. Now we're hitting them with the bonuses. Okay? And then the last, sometimes this goes just 7 days, but usually it goes like 10 days to 2 weeks after the launch of the product. We go into the final sequence, and this is where you'll get another half of your sales. This is the, hey, it's going away. Whatever the deals were, the pricing deal that was there on the launch day, all the bonuses, maybe it's not even going to be available after, which is a strategy that works really well. But hey, in 3 days, either way, a lot of this is not going to be available to you at this price, and you hammer them 3 days in a row, and then same thing, 2 emails on the last day, and boom. This is the sales hammer. It's a total of about 15 to 20 emails or texts or pieces of content that go out multiple times a day. And if you've done everything right up until now, even if your audience is 1, 2, 3,000 people, you will make thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars off this. Okay, and I can virtually guarantee that. I'm gonna pause for a sec. So I want to go over this real quick. You pick a traffic source or a few traffic sources that work for you. Doesn't have to be these. These are the ones that have worked for me. TikTok is absolutely insane right now if you're looking for something that you can explode quickly. I talked about earlier, 300,000 followers in 5 months. Like, there's wild potential there. Choose whether you want some quicker, more active income like today, or whether you're good to start building up a passive, traffic empire. You can start creating content. You're going to push out content daily, every single day, and you're going to master the platform that you choose. Okay, you're going to put out content that's very congruent to everything that you're going to be doing along the way. You've got to think, does this content attract the person that wants to buy this product? Access. You're going to try to get access to them 2, 3, 4, 5 different ways so that when the time comes, you are able to reach your whole audience. Trust. You're going to build trust. You're going to do anything you can to get them to see you, hear you, understand you, believe in you, and like you. Okay, and then you're going to do the sales hammer when the launch time comes, and you're going to change lives if your product is good, and you're going to make money if your product is good. So this is how I do it as an affiliate marketer. Okay, this is how I create massive amounts of cash from content that I create. And this can be done as an affiliate marketer, like I talked about, or any kind of product creator that there is out there. This can be done for sales or for courses, for software, anything. I'll hop in and answer questions in the group as they come, if that's how this is working, and we'll plan on going from there. I'd like to thank Corey for giving me the chance to teach this. It's surprisingly helpful. People don't realize when you have to sit down and teach what you're doing and kind of turn it into a system. So thank you, Corey, and good luck.
Was that training awesome or what? Spencer did an incredible job there. And on top of that, Spencer, he kind of brushed over something at the very beginning that I think is very important for specifically the person that is just starting out and that thinks that, hey, my content's got to be perfect. It's got to be beautiful and professional. And he said, hey, this isn't the greatest in terms of the format, the look of it, but the content's here. And I think that's great encouragement for the person that's just starting out. Hey, does your content have to be so beautiful and elegant and professional? No, it doesn't. Was Spencer's training awesome? Yes. Was it beautifully designed? It was simple. It was just simple. And he did it. That's the whole point behind Your Content into Cash. The very first step is publishing. Publish your content. But yeah, his training was awesome. Let's get into the next speaker. Our next speaker he is a copywriter. He's been dubbed the email whisperer. And if you're driving or anything, stop in your tracks. You definitely want to pull out the pen and paper, because I know he's going to go deep in terms of his training. He is the copywriter behind a lot of internet marketers, if you didn't know, and he's been successful. He's gone from, and I think he's going to share this, gone from the broke funnel builder to, 6-figure plus per month marketing agency. So without further delay, here is Austin Dixon.
My presentation is all about how a broke and burnt out funnel builder discovered the holy grail of online marketing and now use it to generate $100,000 plus per month for his inner circle. Plus, we're going to go through a live dissection of emails that have generated well over 7 figures in the last 12 months alone. So as we mentioned, I'm going to go fast and I'm going to go deep. So if you feel overwhelmed, the blame is not on me. As Catherine mentioned, I reached out to her last night via Voxer, and she said, hey, look, give away all the goodies to my people. So I'm going to try to fit in as much as possible in the short window of time that we have. I'm also going to be revealing what my infamous boob pillow can teach you about creating winning emails. But before we dive in, I do have a few questions for you guys that are on here live with us. First and foremost, are you breathing right now? Feel free, type in the chat, are you breathing? Another one for you, do you have a skill or expertise that can help other people? Also, can you type on a keyboard? If so, congratulations, because you are now an email marketer. So the last thing that I want to hear at the end of this presentation is that this won't work for me. I'm going to equip you with the most lethal online marketing skill. And if you hang with me till the end, I had to confirm with Catherine and her team, but I got some goodies for you. So I'm going to give you guys access to my A-List emails course. It's basically just kind of a crash course on how to get started growing and monetizing an email list. And then as a bonus, you're also going to get 87 pages of email examples that have been responsible for over $1 million in revenue in just the last year alone. So hope you guys are excited for this. I'm pumped to dive in. I want you to imagine this. You wake up, you grab a coffee, you sit down at your computer, the whole world is asleep. You type up a quick email, you hit send, you go work out, maybe go golfing, whatever else floats your boat. And when you get back online, you get back to your computer, sales are pouring in to the tune of $1, maybe $100, or even $1,000 or more. Doesn't that sound kind of nice? Well, for a small pocket of us underground marketing junkies, this is our daily reality. So this is a screenshot from a client of mine where I manage his list. And I took it over about 6 months ago. You can kind of see on this graphic here. And in just 6 months, we've done well over $600,000. And I want to invite you to join us. I want to invite you. I'm going to be sharing how you can use this skill set for yourself, for your clients, to make easy money online. Now, email marketing allows us entrepreneurs to take advantage of what I believe to be the most leveraged marketing channel. And I'll share why in just a second. And it's all because of a simple in-the-moment marketing strategy that I'll be sharing with you. And look, guys, I've been in this game about 4 years. I know a lot of the faces on here, and I get it. Not everyone has a huge list of email subscribers today, and that's totally okay. Because the good news is that you don't have to have a big list of subscribers. List size does not matter. Despite what you may have heard, it doesn't matter how big your list is. This is an example. This is one of my copy mentors, Justin Goff. And about a year ago, 2019, October, almost a full year from now, he posted over in the ClickFunnels group. and talked about how he hit the 2 Comma Club with a tiny list of 974 people. Kind of unbelievable, isn't it? But like, how many of you would want that? Even if it's just a sliver of that $1 million with just 974 subscribers. It's kind of crazy what email can do for you. This is another example. I recently launched a newsletter. As Catherine mentioned, I'm working full-time for another business right now. So what I do is I send out 1 daily email to my list. And as a result, from a simple newsletter that I'll be sharing more about in just a bit, I've been able to generate over $1,300 in monthly recurring revenue from a super small list of just like 700 people. So even if you're not making $1 million from a small list, wouldn't a nice little $1,300 per month cushion sound like? Isn't that nice? Is that something you guys are interested in building? This is all from just 8 hours of work per month. I spend 4 hours writing my newsletter and only 10 minutes per day writing the emails to my list. So my question to you is, do you have an extra 10 minutes hiding somewhere in your daily schedule? I'm serious, just 10 minutes per day. If your answer is yes, then my only goal today is to show you how to write simple little emails that turn into cold hard cash so that you can make money in just 10 minutes per day, regardless of if you have 1 subscriber or 1 million subscribers, without having to go through all the mistakes that I made over the last 4.5 years. Now, I know what you're probably thinking right now. Maybe I don't have a list. What do I write? What if I annoy my subscribers? And I want you to stop. I want you to pause in your tracks and close your eyes. Close your eyes with me. And I want you to just take a deep breath in. Hold it for a second. And then exhale. Do you feel a little bit more calm? Do you feel a little bit more relaxed? Are those excuses that we all have starting to go away? Because here's the truth, ladies and gents. You are 1 small decision away from having an entirely different business, but you have to commit to it. Email marketing works, period. It absolutely works. So today, I'm going to show you how you can make it work for you. So that we have a little context here, I just want to give you ideas of where email marketing may fit into your current business, your current situation. So, like I said, I'm going to try to speed it up because I know I have a ton of slides and I don't have a lot of time. Email marketing works great for offer owners who want to recover lost revenue using simple little daily emails that you can write in just 10 minutes or less. Funnel builders who want to increase their value and command premium fees on all future client builds. I know a lot of you in here are building for clients. Email marketing is a very simple, very easy, and very effective service that you can offer to your clients and get paid well to do it. Email marketing is great for other marketers who want to save time and write emails that work for them today, tomorrow, and for years to come. And then also, email marketing is great for anyone who maybe wrote in their diary as a child or journals as an adult. So I'm hoping that you guys fall in one of these 4 categories, right? Now, I'm going to go through this quick. This isn't about me, but you guys may be wondering, who the heck are you, dude? I'm a copywriter behind some of your favorite internet marketing gurus. I've been in the trenches and over the last year have sent millions of emails. Everything I talk about today is from what I've done, not from what I've just learned, right? I think that's one of the things that plagues the internet marketing space. This is an in the trenches report. And then lastly, I gave away a few years ago, I gave away my truck to a homeless man named Derek. And the reason that's important is that it's because of this skill set that I'm teaching you today that I've been able to do that. So I know that we're all here to grow our business, make more money, but at the end of the day, more importantly to all of us, it's how we can give back, right? So just keep that in mind as we're going through this. Now, here's my sob story in 30 seconds. I used to be a drunk frat boy, right? I was in a fraternity in college. I would drink all the time. I was very unhappy in my job out of college. So I quit in May of 2016 to jump into this online space. I spent 2.5 years spinning my wheels, dancing like a monkey on social media. I was obsessed over learning this skill set of direct response marketing, but I couldn't sell, right? I was still broke. I got tired of being broke and dancing around on social media. So I started emailing my list, and it was about 150 subscribers at the time. And to put it lightly, I sucked. When I first started emailing, I absolutely sucked. I was actually looking through some old emails the other day, drastically different from the emails that I write presently. Guess what happened? Over time, I got better through practice. And how I look at it is this has been a very happy, not a happy ending, but a happy beginning, because this is a skill set that's going to serve me and can serve you for a lifetime. Now, there are two things that I want you to understand from this presentation. Numero uno, the you from yesterday is not the same as you today. And it isn't the same you that you'll be tomorrow, right? Cody touched on this a little bit. Very, very important. And then numero two, the space between those versions of you is what you need to write about. And I'll show you in just a second what that looks like. So does that make sense? Before we move on, does that make sense? We all good there? I called this space in between, in the moment marketing, right? You have the yesterday you have the today you, there's a gap in between there. And then even more importantly, there's the you today and the tomorrow you, the person, the entrepreneur, the business owner, the marketer that you're evolving into each and every step of the way. Your audience wants you in the moment, 24/7, 365, no matter how pretty, no matter how ugly it is. So let me show you what I mean. Here's some of the dope things that we're going to be covering. Dope thing number one. Also, this isn't a webinar, but I structure everything like a webinar, just a heads up. I'm going to show you how I come up with original ideas for email copy that keeps my subscribers glued to my list. As Catherine mentioned, she opens, I see her name pop up. Every email that I send, she opens. That's what I'm going to go over will allow you to do for your list, for client lists, etc. Dope thing number two, the little known email psychology tricks that I use in every single email. And just a quick hint, no template will ever be able to teach you these things. Dope thing number three, the weird no pinky trick that I use to pump out high converted emails in under 10 minutes. And then if we have time, I'm going to leave it open for kind of an Ask Me Anything Q&A. You can ask me about emails, marketing, or my infamous boob pillow. And then also, I would really love to get to it, so I'm going to breeze through a lot of this. I would love to do a live over-the-shoulder look as I write an email. So if you guys are pumped, let's go ahead and dive in. The number one myth that I want to break down here is that no one reads emails, right? How many of you have either thought or heard that email marketing is dead? Also, because I talk so fast, I'm going to be chugging water on the side. Here's the harsh truth. Most marketing is just boring, flat out. Boring, boring, boring. One of my good buddies, someone I look up to a lot, Mr. Ian Stanley, I forget where I heard him say it one time, but this simple quote has drastically changed how I look into crafting marketing campaigns for myself, for my clients. He said that there are no saturated markets. There are only bored markets, right? How do big supplement companies in the health space, weight loss products, the most competitive space to sell in online, how are there new weight loss products and new weight loss brands that pop up and make millions every single day? It's because they craft marketing that isn't boring. So here's a quick little board test that I created, right? This is the angle, kind of the lens that I look through when I'm writing emails. I make sure that these things are squared away. So first and foremost, is there a benefit, right? Very, very important in your subject lines. Very, very important in the email copy to make sure that there's a benefit to the subscriber. Number two, is there a story? A little bit of a stretch there, but massively important, right? We all know that stories are important, and I'm going to show you in just a minute how you can craft really great stories, but good email copy is often just a story in a different format, right? It's not a video. It's just text in someone's Gmail inbox. Number two, is it relatable? Does it show empathy? Does it show that you understand exactly where your subscriber, where your dream prospect is currently at in their journey? E is for engaging first line. And I'm going to get into this a little bit more granularly. Catherine wanted me to go very tactical. So we'll make sure that, I'll probably give you guys my slides so that you have these as well. And then lastly, did it deliver as promised? You know, the last thing you want is for someone to open your email expecting one thing to get a drastically different thing at the end. So how do you send emails that keep readers waiting for the next one? you use in the moment marketing. Here's what it looks like. We talked about the 3 different yous, right? The yesterday you. So I'm going to go through some language patterns that I use in my email copy that hit one of the 3 different versions of you. And then I also have examples pulled up. Time permitting, I'm happy to go through as much as possible here. So the yesterday you, right? I'll use language. And you'll notice the commonality between everything I'm going to go through in the next 3 slides. It's all story-based, right? The yesterday you, I'm telling stories about, I remember when this thing happened, right? There was this one time. Yesterday, I was doing this thing. I was at an event recently, earlier today, right? What that does is it leads into the story and gives context to it. This type of language shows who you were, right? This type of language shows your prospect, hey, I understand you. I empathize with you because I've been there. It lends to the fact that you're in motion doing stuff that your audience wants to be doing themselves, right? So a quick little example here. This is an email that I sent out yesterday. And I just want to point out some of this language. The other week, I was at an event and got to hear some brainiac email marketer speak who goes by the name of Jared Harlan. In classic Dixon fashion, I slid in his DM after I heard him speak with a quick thank you note telling him I enjoyed his talk. And after a little banter back and forth, we ended up on a call this afternoon. Gives context, right? Sure, I sent this out yesterday and Jared and I had just jumped on a call, but that call helped me evolve. So the person that I was on the call with him was my yesterday you, right? It was a previous version of me. The today you, the type of language we want to use here. I just got done doing this thing. I'm sitting at a coffee shop, right? Now when my subscriber, if I say I'm sitting at a coffee shop writing you this email, my subscribers now can visualize what I'm doing, where I'm at. It gives context to the story. A few minutes ago, I thought of this and thought it would be helpful. I was just walking down the street and this thing happened. Sometimes I'll even just say, hey, here's a quick one for you. It's not a super long email, but now they know that I'm thinking about them, right? This type of language shows who you are and how you can best serve your subscribers. So quick example here, sent this one out last week. I had a wave of new subscribers this week and it got me thinking, how do I let these strangers know who I am? So I took a play out of the Tinder playbook and I figured it wouldn't hurt to craft a quick bio, right? I'm in the moment. I was thinking about them. So that I'm not just some internet creep showing up in your inbox. I wanted to send an email on this sunny Saturday, right? Visual. Making sense so far? I'm going to jump over to the comments real quick. And I know it's going to be weird on the screen. Good, sweet, fire, love it. Numero trace. I think I only had 2 on there, but we're rolling. Cool. And there's a good chance I have all these emails pulled up. So if we have time, I don't want to, kill you guys, but if we have time, we'll go through these full emails. The tomorrow you, right? Who's the person you're becoming? Who's the person you're evolving to? Your audience wants to know that you are growing too, right? They want a leader, someone who's leading the pack, someone that's going to show them the way, going to be the guide. You have to show them that you are continually evolving. So the type of language that I use for this, I made this investment and here's why, right? Recently wrote an email about a $30,000 mastermind that I joined. Uncomfortable? Absolutely. But important? Absolutely. Why? Because when I go to pitch my subscribers on something, I want them to invest even if it's uncomfortable because I believe in my stuff, right? I'm currently trying to do this thing. I'm working on this thing. My goal is to do this. This type of language shows, once again, who you're becoming. It is a subconscious invitation for your audience to join you on that journey. Follow in your footsteps. As I mentioned, it's also a great way, kind of an advanced technique here to pre-frame any offers that you launch. So quick example here. I'm doing a quick test on a new backdoor project I'm working on and was wondering if you wanted to help. Check it out. Labor Day weekend, I went back to my roots and I created a quick WordPress site for a brand that I'm excited to see where it evolves called A-List Marketer. The goal, right? Future. Where am I going? The goal is to turn it into a home for direct response marketers for years to come. In the moment marketing shows your audience that the exact moment you thought of them, you took time out of your day to email them because it just couldn't wait. Think about the power of that. If your subscribers feel like the moment you have something that could be of value to them, you're sitting down to speak to them, to start a conversation with them, immensely powerful. Now, what do you do if you don't know what to write? This is often the biggest question that I get surrounding email marketing, right? What do I write? You have to ask. You have to ask. I send these emails all the time to my list. The reply to email, right? This is how to flood your inbox with content ideas. You can see here, there's a few of them in here, but when I send these out, I get so many responses and my subscribers tell me exactly what they want to hear about. Extremely important, right? Otherwise, they'll unsubscribe. That's fine. I don't mind people unsubscribing, but if I can help them and talk about content that they want to hear about, it's a win-win. It's a beautiful marriage. So let me see if I can, here's an example. I want to go through this one. So, yo, I'm winding down tonight and was thinking about you. Right there, that type of language. I'm thinking about you. You're on my mind. I'm always looking to create content that cuts through the noise and actionable content that you can actually get results by consuming. Isn't that what the whole point of this is? Sometimes I like to hear it from the horse's mouth. So can you let me know what your current business challenge, what your current biggest challenge is in your business? I'll whip up some emails to answer questions. Cool. Just reply here and let me know. This email took me 30 seconds to write. And once again, what does it do? It gets people to reply and tell me what they want to hear about. This is another kind of email, I guess, template, structure, framework, whatever you want to call it that I use. And it's called the random thoughts email. So going back to this, what do you write about? Well, when I don't know what to write about, I'll tell my subscribers that. I'll literally say, hey, look, I don't know what to write about today. So here's some random thoughts on my mind. What this does, as you can see, it shows your audience that you're a real flug-in human. You're not perfect. You don't have the creative juices flowing 24/7, 365, and that's okay. They want to see that, even if it's ugly, even if it's not sexy, right? They want to know that they're engaging with real humans behind the computer screen. So the result of this is that you get raving fans that buy everything from you. You can see a few examples here. These are kind of my diehards. And the commonality is that they're the people that open every single email that I send out. And when I have something to sell them, they buy. Good? Cruising along. Any questions? Feel free to pop in the chat. Be a leader someone wants to follow. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Cool. Myth number 2. I just need a good template, right? Or I just need good templates. How many of you want email templates? Because I'm going to give you some. But I want to break this down. Because the harsh truth is that templates won't save you. Human psychology will, right? My clients always hear me beat the saying like a dead horse, but humans are humans are humans. We all think, feel, and behave in pretty much the exact same ways. So all that templates do is give you a proven blueprint, but it's your job to build the kingdom. What does that kingdom look like? Well, your first job is to sell the open, right? The elements of an email that we need to look at to sell the open, sell a click, get someone to read the email in the first place. Doesn't matter how good your email copy is if you can't get someone to open it, right? So there's a few things we can do here. First and foremost, the from name. I fell into this very early on, probably for a year, and every email came from Austin Dixon. Big mistake. And I'll share why in just a second. The subject line, right? There's so many just different types of subject lines we can craft, and it takes practice. It's a skill set that you have to continually refine. Also, go swipe. Go get on other email lists. I have a whole email address dedicated to other email lists that I'm on, and it's just study material, right? And then also the preview text, right? This text that appears right here, you can use that to your advantage. So some examples of weird from names that I've sent. I sent one out the other day that just crushed it. Tinder's favorite marketer. I've sent from Yoda. I've sent from A-List Austin. This one I sent the other day, you can see here, error. Please open ASAP. 15% bump in open rates. You have to get creative. Every single inch of your email is important. Take that into consideration when you're writing. Your second job is to sell the read, right? So they've opened your email. Whatever the offer is at the end, and I'll get into that in I think the next slide or the next 2 slides. You need to get them to see it, right? Similar to a webinar. If your intro sucks, if your content sucks, but your offer is great, no one's going to sit through the webinar to see your offer. Same thing with email. You have to sell the read. So I call the first like 2 or 3 lines of my email the second hook. We've all heard hook, story, offer, right? The first hook is the subject line. I guess the subject line and the from name in tandem. The second hook is the first few lines of your email. We have to be very snappy. We have to get their attention right away and give them a reason to keep reading. One of the most valuable things that I've learned as a copywriter is I think of my copy as a book. The goal of every line in my copy is to get my prospect to read the next line, right? Similar to a book. The goal is to get them to turn the page, get to the end. Every line needs to be essential. And if it's not, take it out. Building curiosity, obviously you guys know that. Create a bond. This is both a push and a pull, right? We want to repel people who aren't a good fit. That's why I'm totally fine with people who unsubscribe. I don't care. You're not a good fit for my list. That's fine. Go somewhere else. Push and pull. And then also, obviously, open loops, very, very effective early on in your email copy. So an example of these things, the second hook. So let's look at the subject line first. Tinder's favorite marketer, subject line 5'7" with a 6'5" personality. As you guys can probably tell. The second hook, this world is a confusing place. Kind of odd, right? When I was a teenager, never did I imagine I'd be able to search girls in my area and swipe right if I thought they were good looking. But it's 2020. America, in my opinion, is still the best country on the planet. Push pull, right? Some people aren't going to like that. While simultaneously being a melting pot of politically charged idiots, but that's a story for another day. I had a wave of new subscribers this week and it got me thinking, how do I let these strangers know who I am? So I took a play out of the Tinder playbook and I figured it wouldn't hurt to craft a quick bio so that I'm not just some internet creep showing up in your inbox. Also, at the end of this email, I'll share my actual Tinder bio. Open loop. How many of my subscribers that open my emails do you think are curious what this crazy dude's, this obsessed direct response marketer that they've been following, what his Tinder bio looks like? A good portion of them. That's the answer, right? So always be finding ways to string them along. Get them to the end of your emails. Your third job is to entertain. This is kind of self-explanatory, right? You have to, as Catherine, as all these other speakers are beating down your guys' throats, you have to become a great storyteller. It takes time. It takes practice, but you can't become a better storyteller if you don't practice telling stories. That's why I email every single day, because it's mere practice. I'm getting the reps in. We're going to breeze through that one. Your last job is to sell the click. So one of the big questions I always get is like, do you sell in every email? The answer is yes, but I'm not always trying to make a monetary sale in every email, right? Your emails are typically used to pre-sell people on whatever it is on the next page. That doesn't have to be a paid offer. It could be a video that you're linking to over on YouTube. It could be an article, right? Variety of different things. It could be them replying to you. Always walk them through the sale. What I mean by that, look at this. This was a reply to email. I tell them what to do. Just hit reply to this email and I'm happy to chat. Sometimes if I'm asking a leading question in a reply to email, I'll say, just hit reply to this email. And you could say something as simple as, I want to lose weight, or you could provide more details so that I know how to serve you better. Walk them through the sale. Always make sure to deliver what you promised on. And then also one of the most powerful things that I found is using what I'm branding as the signature stamp. So you can see here, this is that example. Have a great weekend, Austin, Tinder's favorite marketer, Dixon. Not only does this add originality, it's unique, it's flavorful, but I get people responding to my emails that will create their own signature stamps themselves, right? I'll get a reply to this one that says, Joe Hinge's favorite marketer, Schmo, right? Very, very powerful because those subscribers feel like they're a part of your business, your brand, your ecosystem. Extremely powerful. Now, warning. You will not nail this right away. As I said, it takes consistent daily practice, but it can also help you create a very low maintenance business in just 10 minutes per day. When you do this, you become truly one of a kind. No one will have emails like you. And that's an extremely powerful position to be in your niche. Would you guys agree? Next up, myth number 3, I need to write the perfect email. Oh my gosh. I know a lot of you probably struggle with this because if you're anything like me, oh man, perfectionism kills us. It kills us, right? There's good news though. There's hope. Perfect does not exist, right? Harsh reality, not easy to overcome, but I'm here to slap you around a little bit. There's no perfect email. You need to get over yourself. That's what I'm trying to say here, right? To put it very blunt, very transparent, get over yourself. Or as I like to say, put your ego on the bench. There's a weird pinky trick that I used when I first started writing, and I truly believe it can help you become a lethal email marketer. So, how many of you know what this is? It's the backspace button, right? We all have it on our keyboards. The backspace key, the backspace button is quite honestly your worst enemy as an email marketer. It'll rob you blind from ever getting an email sent to your list if you let it. Now, I know that this is going to feel like nails on a chalkboard to a lot of you, because I know it did for me. But the good news is that you can always go back and edit an email once it's written, right? Once you get ideas down, you can go back and clean it up. But what this allows you to do is write copy that's loose, right? Loose copy is very conversational and it's written in your true voice. Extremely powerful. We as marketers fall into this trap of sounding like marketers, right? Doesn't matter what you're selling, who you're selling to. When we try to fit everything inside of a box that we've swiped from someone else and hacked from someone else, it just doesn't work as well. We want to be loose with emails. How you think is exponentially more powerful than how you type. That's why I train myself not to hit backspace when I'm writing, because it's my thoughts in real time. If I'm hitting backspace, that means I'm second guessing every little inch of what I'm saying. It'll kill you. So the goal is to get your thoughts down as quickly as possible, as I mentioned, then go clean them up so that they're logical and strategic. Now, have you ever asked yourself, am I overthinking this? I know I have. Anyone else? The answer for me, like I said, was a resounding yes. So here's my simple 3-step formula for writing emails that turn into healthy paydays. Step number 1, think of an idea, one that will be valuable to your audience, right? That focuses on a pain point, a desire, some story you can tie back to those things. Step number 2, write the email. And then step number 3, send the damn thing out. There's no perfect email, right? So just get them out. Not all emails are winners, and that's a very good thing, because every winner and every loser is merely a piece of data that helps you craft smarter marketing over time. So here's an example from one of the lists that I manage, and you can see some of these emails get skunked. They don't make any money, but some of them do. Winners and losers, all data points. Now, why is this important? Because when you understand this, you'll start to see that emails can work for you today, tomorrow, and for years to come. But you must write the damn emails, then ask yourself, why did that email work? When you find the answer, do more of it. That's the secret sauce, right? You don't know until you do. Using my weird pinky trick, you can write and send more emails in less time, which means more relationships, more data, more insights, more impact, and more money. So here's a screenshot of a campaign that helped generate over, it was just over $102,000 in 7 days from a list of about 10,000. And the cool part is that I wrote each of these emails in under 10 minutes because I had good data and knew exactly what to send, right? I wouldn't have known that had I not spent a year and a half, almost 2 years, sending out emails daily. Data, data, data. How many of you guys know Anthony Morrison? A really brilliant marketer in the biz op space. Blew me away when I heard that he had an automated email sequence that lasts for 5 years. But you can't create that unless you're writing email copy every single day, taking the winners, throwing them in your autoresponder, right? 5 years. When someone joins his list, they have emails for 5 years unless they unsubscribe. The result of this, I forgot to change that, but you make boatloads more money. That's what it comes down to, right? And your subscribers love you for it. They show up, read every email, reply, they engage, they participate. They're your biggest brand advocates, and they buy the offers that you put out. So my question to you is, can you now see how anyone in any niche can make money with email marketing in just 10 minutes per day? You just have to do it. Do it, do it, do it. So before we go into the Q&A, I'm going to jump over to the comments. And I know the screen's going to get super wonky. I know I'm, yes. Are you guys enjoying this? I'm looking at the comments, so give me a little feedback. I got criticized on a post yesterday for a spell check yesterday. No big deal. Exactly. That's the point. I make typos all the time. I sent out an email with a typo in the subject line the other day, and it was one of my best performing emails. Cool. So what I went ahead and did, and I'm very grateful for those of you that commented because I knew that we'd have questions. So I went ahead and pulled the questions from the group the other day. Maddie Milligan asked, how do you plan your email marketing broadcast? How should I segment my list? How often should I rinse, scrub all of my contacts? So great question, Matt. And I forgot to put a slide in here for it, but I have 2 lists. One is my master list, all email subscribers. The second list is my buyers list. And then all I do is, depending on where someone opts in, what someone buys, I just tag them and either move them from, not even move them. Everyone is on my master list. And if they buy from me, they go to my buyers list and I tag them with the product that they bought. Keep it simple. Keep it very, very simple. I also am very, very exclusive. I know a lot of guys that have their email list as application only. Brilliant, by the way. But the big thing is that I don't want tire kickers on my list, right? If they're not going to open, if they're not going to read any of my emails, that hurts my email deliverability. So I want engaged subscribers. What I do to combat this is I send out my status pending email. So in this email, I remind them of who I am. I remind them why they should stay. Like I said, I add a little flavor. And to be honest, I add a lot of flavor to my emails, as you guys can probably tell. Be different, be unique, take a stab, take a risk, make them decide. Either they're in or they're out, right? That's what this email does. Either you're in or you're out. And then if they're in, make them take action. So real quick, I'm going to read through this email. It looks like it's been quite some time since you engaged with an email of mine. Context, this goes to someone who hasn't engaged in my list. They haven't opened or clicked anything in, I think, 30 days. If you know anything about me, I like to keep my list clean as a whistle, which means I remove inactive subscribers. What that means is that your status on this email list is pending. I even went great lengths to make that line red. If you wish to receive my emails moving forward, which will be filled with personal insights about copywriting, sales funnels, email marketing, and the occasional haiku, flavor, right? Oddball. I'm goofy. I want to share that. Then you need to do the following ASAP. Step number 1, whitelist my email address, walk them through the sale, tell them what to do. Step number 2, send a quick reply to this email and let me know the number 1 thing you want to learn about. Not only will replying to this email show your provider that you like my emails, but your response will give me a good foundation for what type of content to send you. It's about as much of a win-win as you'll find. Thanks in advance for taking these simple steps in order to continue our relationship. Typo right there. So be it. My promise to you is that I'll never send spam, junk offers, or pictures of me driving a Lambo. Deal? Maybe a Tesla though, rooting you on. Austin Spam-Free Dixon. So this is how I keep my list, like I said, clean as a whistle. Kick people off who aren't interested. That's totally cool. It's not about the list size. Reminder. Hope asked, I am just getting started and do not have an email list. What is the best way to build an email list organically from scratch? Am I asking for the impossible? So I hope this, I'm excited to share these things with you because I haven't really shared them with anyone else. But unpopular opinion, do not spend time building freebies, right? You guys are all experts. You've all done stuff in the past that is probably valuable to your audience. So make your work work for you. What I mean by that is, first and foremost, try to get paid to create your freebies. So here's an example. Like I said, I have a monthly newsletter that I send out. What I did is I took one of the most popular issues that I got feedback from my paid subscribers, and I turned it into a free course. I posted on my Facebook. I got 760 and counting. This post is still getting engagement. 700 plus new prospects, 250 leads, people who actually gave me their email in just 24 hours. And I added over $500 in monthly recurring and counting, right? Life-changing? Most people would say no, but $500 helps me pay for gas, helps me pay my rent, helps me pay for food, right? Allows me to not hustle so hard so I can continue to play in my zone of genius. Ian Stanley, like I mentioned him earlier, he calls this selling your sawdust. You guys have assets that you've built. It doesn't matter if you've been in this online space for a day or 10 years. You guys have stuff that you can already, that's valuable to people that you can use to build your list. And the best part is you can take a paid product that maybe you're already selling and turn a part of it into a freebie. The second one, this one has been working like gangbusters for me. People love it. I get a ton of responses saying, holy crap, your Loom videos are brilliant, right? So this is how to create list building content in 10 minutes or less. Record a Loom video going over something that worked for you, right? If you sell them to make money online space, show them a quick email strategy. Show them a quick funnel tip. If you're in weight loss, get on a Loom video and say, hey, look, here's the list of things I bought at the grocery store. And then the nice thing about Loom, I don't know if I'm assuming a lot of you use it or know what it is they have this little call to action button. So what you can do is at the end of this video, right? You promote this on your social media, Facebook, Instagram, wherever, send it to your grandma who wants to lose a few pounds, right? Tease it places, gather interest. And then at the end of the video, make the pitch to join your list, right? Hey, if you enjoyed this video, this is only a sliver of what I offer to my email subscribers. All you have to do is click the button in the top right corner. You'll be taken to a forum. Just put in your email, bam, bam, bam. And when you do, I'll give you another free video, right? Simple, simple, simple. I do these all the time. Next question, Hope. One more question. I personally do not like long emails that sound salesy. Is it possible to create short emails while sounding personable? So absolutely. This email took me 30 seconds to write. It says, hey, name, what'd you think of the A-List emails course? Guess what? I get responses. Every response is an opportunity for a sales conversation. 30 seconds. Honestly, looking at this now, it probably took me 15 seconds, right? Not every email has to be this long, drawn out thing. I like to mix it up, keep my subscribers on their toes. If my subscribers know what they're expecting from me, that gives them reason not to consume it. So I want to throw all these different kind of tools and structures at them, right? Melissa, how do you plan out your content, offer strategy? How do you decide when to make what offers, or how do you end your emails? Great question. I still struggle with this. The good news is that you don't get to dictate what to sell. Another harsh truth for you, ladies and gents. I really believe that all businesses are crowd created, because I don't know what to sell unless people tell me what they need, right? The products I create come from conversations that my dream avatar is having about the struggles they're going through. So all I do is I tune into that. I lean in. I turn my ear and I'm like, ooh, they have this problem. They tried to solve it in this way before, but actually, like, here's the solution. That's what I sell to them. As I mentioned earlier, I am constantly doing these reply to emails, trying to get my subscribers to reply to me and let me know what they want me to talk about, what they want me to sell to them. I recently sent out an email about an idea that I had. I'm a huge basketball fan, right? College basketball, that's the sport I tune into all season long. So I sent out an email to my list and said, hey, I kind of have this idea. I would love to turn my signature event, right? All these internet marketers have their events. I said, I would like to turn my signature event into something called Marketing Madness, where it's 2 days masterminding, workshopping together, and then a 1 day 3-on-3 basketball tournament. Can you reply and let me know if you'd be interested in attending? Doesn't matter if you play basketball or not. Is this something you'd be interested in? Guess what? Replies flooded in. My inbox, I probably had 90 people reply. Small little list of 700. 90 people reply. Do you think that I'm going to throw that event? 110%. But I wouldn't have known to move forward on it had I not asked. Let's see. Where was I going here? You don't get to dictate what you sell. I don't know if that's. Oh, how do you end your emails? Get creative. I talked about the signature stamp earlier. Austin, Tinder's favorite marketer, Dixon. Austin, Big Vibes, Dixon. Austin, Surrender, Dixon. Keep it stupid simple, Dixon. The big thing that I've noticed is that I always like to end my emails on a very positive, forward-moving tonality, I guess, at the end of the day. So you'll see I'll use stuff like, have a great weekend. Go get them. Rooting you on. Hope you have a kick-ass Monday. I want to build these people up so that they know I'm in their corner, right? If I'm building them up, same thing when I was growing up playing basketball, right? My basketball coach, I knew friends that were on other teams that hated being on those teams. And those teams sucked because the coach didn't know how to build up his players. Same thing I'm doing here. I am my subscribers' coach. They're following me for a result. They want to get better. They want to grow their business. They want to become a better marketer, make more money, etc. I need to build them up. Make sense? Tessa, what can you do to increase your open rates? I kind of already talked about the weird from name. Here's just a few examples. Error, this is a big one. I've sent emails from your schedule, A-list Austin. I sent one from Mun E to one of my clients' lists, and really great open rate. 14% lift on it. Get creative. Get very creative. This is an example from Emily Lark, who has a cold email list in the health space, millions of subscribers. I don't know the exact amount, but you can see that whoever does the email marketing for her uses these all the time. Ian Stanley, I'm pretty sure, was the one that kind of popularized this in the IM space. But look at this: the from name, poop health, early death, stuck poop, kills your liver. Engaging, different, interesting, curiosity, all of those elements. Quick note, you will piss people off, and that's a great thing. This is a reply that I got from my client list. Andy Stuck said, does this writer have ADHD? Yes, Andy, absolutely. This guy also probably unsubscribed, and that's great because you'll also build a relationship with others that can't be matched by your competitors. It just can't, right? The same email that Andy replied to, we got this reply from Gretchen. That is the best and most creative email that I've ever received from an online marketer. Do you think that Gretchen is going to stick around and open emails and buy stuff? Absolutely. What are your thoughts on the frequency? I've heard daily, blah, 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 blah. Personally, daily emails are a little too much for me on the receiving end. So great question, Steph. Honestly, phenomenal question. But one of the big reframes I want you to have is that first and foremost, email your list as much as possible because you are not your audience. It does not matter what you like. I'm sure you are amazing, Steph, but harsh truth, it doesn't matter what you want. It's what they want, right? So here's an example. Ben Settle, one of the go-to email guys in the space. You can see over on the right there, these dates. So on May 6th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On May 6th, he sent out 6 emails. Do you think that some people unsubscribe because of it? 110%. Not as diehards, not the people who pay his bills, right? Because the people that pay his bills and buy his products want these emails. They want them. They want to learn from them. They want to be entertained. James, how do you send automatic emails? What system do you use? What types of emails to send? Categories, how long should they be? So great question. I kind of talked about this earlier where we take the winning emails and throw them into an automation, just a Seinfeld sequence, we call it. This, you guys, is the real AI. And I don't mean artificial intelligence. I mean automated income. These are emails that I wrote months ago that still make sales every single day. Steph, do you have a best practice for the flow cycle? What type of email, lifestyle, value? So can any of you guess what this slide is all about, this coloring? And I know I'm going to be wrapping up in just a minute here. Can any of you guess? Put it in the comments if you know the principle I'm trying to get at with this slide. You guys are awesome. Bringing Tinder Boy to the session. That's going to be my new nickname, Tinder Boy. I also got named your mom's favorite internet marketer the other day. So that's intriguing. Any guesses? I don't see any coming through, but that's totally cool. Going back to Steph's question, what types of emails are you sending? Offers, lifestyle, value, etc. 80-20. I apply this principle everywhere in my life, in my business. 80-20. 80% should be valuetainment, right? Something that you learned that would be helpful for your subscribers. Something funny that happened, right? Doesn't even have to be related to business. I'm trying to think of one that I sent out. I'll have to dig for an example, but I do this all the time. People want to just be entertained and also find value in your emails. You don't always have to be pitching, right? A client success, personal win, relevant news topic, something that's trending in the news, link to a YouTube video or an article that you read that you really enjoyed. This is a fun one because what you can do is you can link to the article and give your insights and then ask your subscribers to reply with their opinions and their insights, right? That creates a really unique conversation. Now they feel like you're not a marketer marketing to them. They feel like you're a friend that's inviting them into an everyday conversation. Very, very powerful. Literally anything, right? I will be walking down the street and something, or like a real tangible example. I was at a restaurant one time and the waitress totally botched the upsell on dessert. I was super excited for dessert. And how she sold it to me, because I'm a marketer and unfortunately I see everything in regards to marketing and sales. I was like, I don't really want dessert anymore. She botched it. So I wrote my email a list about how she could have sold dessert better. A restaurant waitress, how does that apply to email marketing and webinars and scripting long form copy? Most people would say it doesn't, but as a marketer, we can always tie something back to the stuff that we teach, right? So 80% valuetainment, 20% pitch. This could be a paid product. It could be a webinar, exclusive content. When you pitch, when you sell hard, right? That email campaign that did 102K in 7 days, I sent 19 emails out in 7 days. Did we get people unsubscribing? Absolutely. Did it matter? No, because I got our offer, our message in front of the right people that knew it was the right time and the right opportunity to jump on. That's all I care about, right? I'm here to impact people. I'm not here to sugarcoat and baby people who accidentally join my email list and they don't like my emails. I don't care. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to be myself. I'm here to get products that I am passionate about and that I know can impact people on a big level in front of the most amount of people possible. And in the simplest way, through a simple little email, right? So when you sell hard. Don't feel like, you can't sell hard. I used to be a shy guy. I was always the kid in the back of the classroom, sitting there, not paying attention, never asking questions. If you do that with your marketing, your business isn't going to grow. When you sell hard. So I'm going to wrap it up here. These are kind of the end of my slides. I got a few more here. How many of you remember my boob pillow that I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation? I know this is quirky. This is a prime example of what you get on my email list and why it's so effective is like, what other email marketer is talking about a boob pillow that he bought? If you find one, send them my way. We'll be buddies, right? This boob pillow that was, I think it was like $27 off of, I think I bought it off like Society6, has made me thousands since I bought it. And it's all because of what we went over today, right? I've turned this pillow into email copy. I turned it into a full newsletter, right? I'm taking something that is completely odd and wacky and random, and I'm finding a way to tie it back into the stuff that I teach. And guess what? My subscribers loved it. They found great value in it, and it's because it's different. It's entertaining. It's unique. Don't overthink email marketing. Do the thing, get it done, and move forward. One foot in front of the other. Be consistent with it. Refine the craft every single day. And I promise that if you dedicate yourself to sending out simple little emails consistently, maybe it's a month from now, maybe it's 6 months from now, maybe it's a year from now, your business and your life will look completely different. I promise. Catherine, do we have time for me to watch, for these guys to watch me write an email over my shoulder? I'm gonna pull up Voxer in case she.
Listen, I'm just inserting myself into this conversation here.
I love it. Give it
I
to me.
say we give the people what the people want. I say we ask them.
Well, do the people want it?
personally want it. I personally.
What do we think, ladies and gents?
Yeah.
Should I write one live?
I think, should we have them write one live, guys? I think as you answer this question, no, that like $1,000+ I'm guessing is what he charges per hour. This, like, you realize what's happening here, okay? Yeah, it is worth the 5-10 minutes to see what's happening. I think it'd be crazy if you're offering not to say yes to that. Okay.
I love it. We're getting a bunch of yeses, and I love to see it.
Okay, I'm getting out of the way. Show us, dude.
Cool. Sounds good. And then after I write this, I'm going to give you guys access to those bonuses. So stay tight. This is my favorite marketing tool, is text edit, because I don't have distractions. I can sit and just focus on the copy, right? So, and also as I write this, there's a good chance that I probably just, also, can you guys see the screen? Can you see this text edit document? I want to make sure.
We can't see that.
No? Okay, let me move it over. Can you see it now or no? Whoop. No bones. We're going to go like this. We're going to get crafty. Insert text box. I promise this will be quick, because if it's not, I didn't deliver on my promise. There's a good chance that, like, when I'm writing, you'll probably see me kind of get in flow. Also, as I write this, if there's stuff I'm doing, I'm happy to, like, kind of take a step back and point it out. So, sound good to everyone? From name, Austin Jones. Subject. Sometimes I'll pass on the subject if I can't think right away, because sometimes you'll find the hook. You'll find the subject line in the email copy that you write. You can see that sometimes when I'm hitting backspace is because I'm reading what I wrote above. When I'm just getting stuff down, sometimes it's very choppy, right? So I'll often refer back. Also, I know I'm violating the no pinky rule, but it's because I spent a year literally not hitting backspace. Promise this will be quick. Boom. I don't know if anyone timed me. I forgot to time myself. Is this email perfect? Absolutely not. Does it have typos that I would probably go back and clean up? Absolutely. But I wrote an email in just a few minutes that I'm literally going to send this one out to my list. And there's a good chance that even if it's just one person that reads this email and they feel like I'm speaking directly to them, whether it be a day from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, there's a good chance I'm going to make a sale because of this email. Can you guys see the power in that? Does that make sense? Why email marketing is such a high leverage marketing activity in your business. It cannot be skipped. If you work for clients, if they're not doing email marketing, you don't have to be a wizard at this stuff. It's an asset that's there. There's money, there's impact, there's relationships, there's conversations waiting on that email list, but it's your job to extract it. That's all I have for you guys. In order to claim your bonuses, just go to alistmarketer.com. And I know I'm going to get a little flack here, but the reason there's an email opt-in required is because I want you to watch what I'm doing, right? We as marketers have a truly lethal skill set for wealth building. We show up, we get to be ourselves, we provide value, we build these really cool relationships, and then we say, hey, look, friends, here's stuff for free. All I want in exchange is a little email, because then I can talk to you more. I can hang out with you. This is my domain. This is where I hang out. Come in my ecosystem. And then slowly over time, that relationship builds. It gets deeper, gets more intimate. We get to know each other better. Do I care if anyone buys from me? Well, as a business owner, yes, but that's not why I do this stuff. I do it because I like it and because I know it can help. That subtle reframe changed everything for me, right? That's why I email every day. Yes, I like emailing every day, but I know that people need it. I know that there's more Catherines out there waiting for my emails, and I'm doing them a disservice if I'm not sending. Appreciate you guys. That's all I have for you.
Just like I said, Austin is going to go deep. Was that not deep or what? Make sure you go check out Austin at alistmarketer.com. You definitely want to be on his email list. I love his emails. I open them all the time, reading them, studying them. Yes, he practices what he preaches. But yeah, go to alistmarketer.com and get on his email list. No matter what kind of content you create, whether it's videos, a blog, Facebook post, Instagram, doesn't matter, YouTube videos, doesn't matter. You definitely want to be following him. Now, if you stuck around till now, this is the end of the formal Your Content into Cash virtual summit. But if you've stuck around, just like I said, you're going to get a special bonus. So go ahead and comment in the comment section, hashtag special bonus, and I'm going to send it to you. So you got to take action. I know you're an action taker because you stuck around to the end. Go ahead and comment below, hashtag special bonus, and I'm going to send you a bonus training that we've done that I've never shared before. I've never shared it before, but I want to send it to you because I know you're an action taker. You stuck around till the end of Your Content into Cash. So go ahead and comment below, hashtag special bonus, and I'm going to send that your way. Guys, this is the end of the formal Your Content into Cash virtual summit. We've had a ton of fun over the last few days. We've had incredible speakers from the interviews to the tactical trainings. It's been awesome. I've loved every minute of it. If you have questions, go ahead and comment your question. If you have a takeaway from today or any of the other days, go ahead and comment below. Let me know what your takeaway is. I'd love to know what you got from this. These speakers put in a lot of hard work, and we definitely would appreciate feedback. But guys, that's it. Thank you for joining the Your Content into Cash virtual summit over the last few days. We've appreciated you. We thank you. And if you stuck around till now, go ahead and comment, hashtag special bonus. I want to send it your way because I know you're an action taker, and I certainly appreciate that about you. So go ahead and comment below, and I'm going to send you a special training that I've never shared before, but I want to share it with you. So go ahead and comment that below. and I'll send it your way. Otherwise, guys, thank you for joining. We'll see you next time.